Okay, there was a big revision here in the Malaysia My Second Home program. They had a good article in IMI newsletter coming out on this. And I wanted to just tell you a few things about this program. Malaysia really does have a great passport. You're looking at 180 visa-free or visa-free on rival countries and territories that you can go to. They've got a great tax system. It's a territorial tax system. The biggest negative of this program is it's virtually impossible to get the passport. So if you're going there for the, for the residency program, so be it, because it does have a good program for that. But I'm going to tell you something other than that. If you're looking for the passport, just forget this program. But it does have one of the best residency by investment programs in the world. It just does not allow leading up to citizenship. So if you're doing it for that purpose, I would cancel it out. I want to give you some updates on this. And also, folks, if you want to legally get around high income taxes or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do three things. Hit the subscribe button, the right of your screen right here. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below and go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. Okay, now this program, I'm going to tell you that this program really hit really low points. When they revised this, they made it too expensive. It basically crashed. It went nowhere. This ended up being one of the best residency by investment programs in the world to almost now one of the worst. So they're going to take this and revamp it. But Malaysia government now is reviewing both the My Second Home program and also what's called the PVIP. Following dismal performance, it's been really bad. In the last 2 years, Malaysia has introduced two new residency by deposit programs, a new, far stricter version of the Malaysia My Second Home program, and the premium visa program, also called the PVIP program. Now, both were introduced to great fanfare. Both have attracted only the lackluster levels of demand private sector actors warned ahead of time. In 2019, the Malaysian government suspended the, by then, 16-year-old My Second Home program. Now, remember, this thing was 16 years old, probably the best residency by investment program in the world. And then they just totally changed it and just ruined it. But they came out with this program, again, 16 years ago, which was at the time the world's largest residency by investment program. They were receiving 8,000 applications in a single year. For the next 2 years, the program lay dormant, awaiting a government review, which had dragged on because of this turf war that was going on. And you had the coronavirus is what really crashed this program. But then they changed it. That was the worst thing they should have never done. But in late 2021, the government, ignoring industry warnings of the mistake that they were committing, reopened the My Second Home with a quadrupling monthly income requirement and then a 90-day fiscal presence condition. Those were the two things that really killed this program. But industry stakeholders were quick to express their dismay and warn of dire consequences. Now, in September 2022, in a surprise move, Malaysia introduced an altogether different deposit-based residence program. The PVIP, which would now compete with the My Second Home and attract thousands of global tycoons, despite having very similar terms and conditions. Now, let me just go through these differences. The minimum bank deposit on the My Second Home was $235,000. On the PVIP, it was $235,000. The applicant minimum age for the My Second Home was 35 years old. For the PVIP, there was no minimum age. For maximum visa validity, it was 5 plus 5 years on the My Second Home, and it was 20 plus 20 years on the PVIP. And then physical presence requirement was 90 days a year on the My Second Home, but then they killed it when, when they came out with it, it didn't apply for the PVIP. Processing fees, you're looking at 5,000 ringgit for the main applicant on the My Second Home and 2,500 for each dependent. And on the other program here, you're looking at Malaysian 200,000 for the main applicant and then 100,000 per dependent. And this is what's killed the program right here. then had minimum liquid net worth proof, which is 1.5 million ringgit on the My Second Home, and then the other one was didn't apply. But anyway, by early 2023, the outcome experts had cautioned against had become a reality. My Second Home agents, representatives of a once thriving but now decimated industry, said that applicants had basically cratered by 90% since the new rules took effect. Now the PVIP, meanwhile, saw even less interest, notwithstanding the official state media's astonishing claims that the new program had received more than 20,000 applications within the first 24 hours of opening. But Free Malaysian Today reported last week that the program had in reality only received, listen to this, 28 applications, main applicants independent since launching, only 2 of which had been approved so far. And that's, in fact, basically this program never did anything. Both programs now under review by the new government. The dismal results prompted the Home Minister, Saifuddin Nustan Ismail, to promise a review of the PVIP. Now, it sounds like they're going to really drop the amounts and make it back to where it was before, but they went on to state here that the premium visa program does not meet the goals set based on the number of applicants approved. It does not meet the target. It's not satisfactory. It needs to be reviewed. At the same time, he emphasized that this is to be expected given the tightened conditions, and that more than 800 applicants had received pre-approval and were likely to get the green light. Now, meanwhile, Anthony Liu, president of the My Second Home Consultants Association, last week argued the government might as well merge the PVIP with the My Second Home program, pointing out the My Second Home agents now need separate licenses to process the files for the PVIP, including as a new category within the My Second Home would allow all My Second Home licensed agents to promote the PVIP collectively and provide more opportunities for their agents and cut down the work, for government officers. Now, Malaysia's new government appears open to listening to the private sector. On Thursday, the Minister of Tourism and Arts and Culture, Datuk King Singh, promised to review the My Second Home and divide the program into 3 categories. What they're going to do is they're going to split them up in what's called the Platinum, Gold, and Silver, each with a different bank deposit requirement, presumably in exchange for different terms. Now, they went on to say that we'll review the eligibility requirements to make them flexible, and anyone can apply to provide the foreigner choice. And they recommended these 3 categories, again, Platinum, Gold, and Silver. And he commented last week, stopping short of divulging further specifics. Now, nearly 4 years after Malaysia first suspended its highly successful My Second Home, it now has 2 programs under review, which combined attract but a tiny fraction of the residency-driven FDI the country had enjoyed for 16 years. I think what they're going to do is they're going to bring this back to where it was before. They would be stupid otherwise, because it was the most successful. I would say that one, and probably the Philippine residency by investment, because the Philippine was practically free to go to. In fact, I think today it's better than the My Second Home program. Anyway, if you want to know more on this, again, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And again, don't forget this subscribe button here. The right of your screen, you'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care.